Well, good morning, folks. A very good morning to each and every one of you. Welcome along to the Harcourts Gold auction rooms here at number 471 Papanui Road. By way of introduction, Mark Morrison is my name. I'll be one of two auctioneers taking the rostrum throughout the program. Mr. Chris Kennedy, business owner and fellow auctioneer, will be joining me at the front of the room very, very shortly. I'll introduce you to the rest of the team in just a few moments. Now, before we get into today's proceedings, it would be remiss of me not to mention COVID-19. I think everyone's aware of that by now. Make sure that we have scanned in and we have checked in on the way in. Sanitize those hands on the way in. Just take a moment to sanitize your hands upon your departure at the end of your attendance here. If you become unwell in the next 14 days, if you could just let someone from the Harcourts Gold management team know of that situation. There are some boxes that we are required to tick as part of our processes as an organisation. Ensure that you keep your masks on at all times and just work in the little bubbles that we've set out. Just stay separated as best as we can. We appreciate you working alongside us in that regard. Now, I'd like to firstly acknowledge and thank our owners. We thank them for their ease of access, their presentation, but first and foremost, for their choice and agency. We appreciate that there is choice out there in the marketplace. We thank and acknowledge each and every one of our owners for choosing to work with the great team here at Harcourts Gold. Now, let me introduce you to some of the team members within the Harcourts Gold ranks who are here to help guide and assist you throughout today's program. Firstly, right alongside me is Lynette McFadden, business owner here within Harcourts Gold. I've already mentioned Mr. Chris Kennedy across the far side. I have a number of our management team from around our franchise, from around our offices that spread right across Christchurch. Margaret Danza from our Redwood office alongside Chris, and then just alongside Margaret is Mr. Doug Soper, who manages our new Brighton office. Jane Meyer, Henry Cochran, and Anna McKenzie is floating around, three of our managers from within the Papanui office, here to help you. If you need any assistance today, just let one of them know that you need some help, and they'll be ready to help you in just a few moments, I am sure. Now, Sandra O'Brien, she takes an important role today. She scribes and records the bids that we receive today. She keeps Chris and I on our toes and ensures that we are counting as accurately as we can. And also Alana Davey, she drives all of the technology. Alana Cosgrove, I always call you Alana Davey. You're married now, she's off the market. Alana Cosgrove, she drives all of the technology that you see up on the screen, so you can keep an eye on the properties, you can keep an eye on the bids as they are placed. We also share all of our options out via our website and via YouTube. We normally have in excess of 50 or 60 people tuning in on a Thursday morning. So anyone tuning in this morning, a very good morning to you as well. Now, I know the team at Harcourts Gold, they would have made all the relevant documentation for today's proceedings available to you. The LIM, the title, and the contract from which we work from. Now, that's been approved by the Real Estate Institute of New Zealand and the good folk at the Auckland District Law Society. Let me take you to that contract now, as there are a few rules and regulations that we must adhere to. That won't surprise you. First and foremost, it won't surprise you that our owners have set confidential reserve prices. I won't be disclosing those reserve prices to you, the bidders at large. Your job is very simple today. It's to get the bidding up and over those reserve prices. Assuming we can work together to do that, the highest bid, whose bid that I accept, well, they will very simply be the purchaser. I always suggest you bid quickly and confidently. Always hold that highest bid, because our owners do reserve the right to withdraw the property from market, withdraw the property from the auction forum and sell it outside of the room as per clause 2.6. So just make sure you hold the highest bid, and we'll always give you that priority boarding in that regard. Now, as auctioneers, Chris or I, we may nominate the sum by which bids increase. We can refuse a bid if we deem it not to be in the very best interests of our owners, and if a dispute arises with any bidding, any argy-bargy with the bidding, we'll sort that out. More than likely, we just revert to the last undisputed bid and then recommence the bidding sequence from there. Now, in the absence of your bidding participation, Chris or I, as auctioneers, may place bids on behalf of our owners, known very simply as vendor bidding. If we place a vendor bid, we will label it a vendor bid. We'll make it exceedingly clear to you. Those bids will always be placed well under our selling instructions, well under our reserve price. So the best course of action is just to bid with confidence over and above any vendor bid, and you will be absolutely fine. Now, the part that you're all here for is when that hammer comes down to the rostrum. If and when it falls in your favour, congratulations, you are the successful purchaser. Before you commence your celebrations, we will ask a few simple things of you. Firstly, you'll sign the paperwork, and in doing so, you're acknowledging receipt of the approved REA guide. Secondly, you'll arrange to make a payment of 1/10 or 10% of the purchase price. And thirdly and finally, we'll get you to complete the GST information, which is outlined in Schedule 1. So folks, That is the rules of engagement today. That is how we will work right across our auctions. Good luck to each and every one of you. Be strong, be bold, be powerful in your bidding. Make yourself known to Chris and I across the program. You will not offend us. We've yet to be offended. Now, our first auction of the day is in fact a little bit different to some of those rules that I have just explained, because this is number 6 bar 197 Hereford Street in central Christchurch. This is a brought forward auction. So an interested party has made a pre-auction offer at an acceptable level to our owners. What that means is in a few moments' time I'll announce that magic number that you're all here to hear, and at that point I will welcome in any further bidding over and above that level. If we see bidding, we'll hold an auction. If I don't see any further bids, I just simply knock the property down to the initiator of that pre-auction offer, and the property will be sold at that level. I won't be placing any vendor bids in this brought forward auction. I still may give some suggestions in terms of how those bids are raised, the increments by which we travel north, but by and large I'm going to be very happy to work with any genuine bidders that we receive from the floor. Let's move forward and have a look at Hereford Street, proudly brought to the market by a superstar team just to my left, your right, Ash and Shah, Sutherland, Todd, as they always do. They run a magnificent campaign. This one is no different, clearly being brought forward here in Hereford Street. This is an estate in Stratum in freehold. It's lot number 6, deposited plan 528839. That's all outlined in that certificate of title that Ash, Shah and the team have made readily available to each and every one of you in recent times. Settlement date I have set down here for Friday the 14th of January 2022, or any other such date that may have been mutually agreed upon in writing. I take you through Schedule 2. It outlines the list of chattels. You would have reviewed those, you would have read those in recent weeks, and those further terms of sale. Well, you bid and you buy on that basis. Cash and unconditional is your bidding. Clauses 22 through to 25. You've had plenty of time to read and review those, as I said before today's auction. Well, I had the privilege and the honour of visiting this absolutely stunning central city pad. It's an absolutely breathtaking inner city pad, and it's an award-winning one. I just think it's more efficient than Switzerland in terms of the design and all the features that you get within this one in Hereford Street. Those high-end appliances spread across 3 levels. You just get a myriad of options in terms of how you make this place work for you. Perhaps you use that downstairs bedroom as guest accommodation, Airbnb, that sort of thing. But the flexibility and the opportunity that you have with this one, well, that's what I love. There's nothing better than having good flexibility in a home and making it work for you. Now, I love the added bonus here, the fact that you've got that internal access double garaging. In this location, gee, that's hard to come by. It means you can leave the big planet warmers in the garage, because in this location, you'll just be able to walk, you'll be able to lime scooter, you'll be able to Uber into all of those different central city locations, be it bars and restaurants, cafes, entertainment, and in the future, sporting events as well. It's all here. This is just a sensational opportunity. These sort of opportunities don't come along too often. No surprises to see that our campaign's been brought forward. The acceptable pre-auction offer level is $2 million. $2 million we're on the market and selling. Who's got $2,020,000 for me? I'll let you simmer over that for a few moments. First time you've heard the number. $2 million for central city living. Quality across those 3 levels. Who's got $2,020,000? Do we have an auction today, or do we sell at $2 million? Don't all go at once. Tell me what you'd like to pay. Needs to be north of $2 million, obviously. First call. Looking for $2,020,000 to kick things along.
15.
$2,015,000, absolutely, sir. Good luck. At $2,025,000
25.
on top, sir.
Yep.
$2,040,000. Confirming the bid at $2,040,000 with you. At $2,040,000, nicely done. Out, done, silent. We have a rule, you've got to bid twice in our rooms. That's only one so far. Do you come back for a wee 5 on the side? But at $2,040,000, selling away. First chance at $2,040,000. Twice called. It's an absolute stunner. You sure at $2,040,000? Third and final chance, then I sell here at $2,040,000. Hereford Street, 197, 6 bar 197. It's going at $2,040,000. It's going, and it is sold here. Well done. You Congratulations. Thank you to our underbidders for your interest. Well bought, well fought at $2,040,000. We'll just reset the room and move forward. Mr. Chris Kennedy will take the rostrum very shortly.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's move forward with our offering at number 76, Bibi Street in Aidenfield. Now, I do have a bit to cover off on here, so I'll go as fast and as quickly as I can, but there are some additional terms, conditions and things that I need to make you aware of, and I need to cover off, so if you just bear with me. Ladies and gentlemen, the particulars and conditions of sale by public auction of the fee simple property situated at 76 Bibi Street, Oaklands, Christchurch, offered for sale by Harcourts Gold Real Estate Group Limited and their auction rooms at 471 Papanui Road at 10:15, the 4th of November. Under instructions from the Sheriff at the Christchurch pursuant to the sale order issued in the High Court of New Zealand at Christchurch on the 29th of July 2021. The particulars: an estate in fee simple legally described as Lot 267 on deposited plan 325867 comprised in record of title folio 104482 of the Canterbury Land Registry. Particulars: it's an estate in fee simple legally described as Lot 267 deposited plan 325867. It's comprised, as I've said, in record of title folio 104482 of the Canterbury Land Registry. Now, this auction is being conducted in accordance with the particulars and conditions approved by the Sheriff of the High Court at Christchurch, which have been available throughout inspections by interested parties at the offices of Tavendale and Partners and the solicitors for Long Wang at the offices of the Sheriff during period leading into the auction. Now, a copy of these particulars and conditions are just over here to my side by those bottles of wine. Those particulars are here. They are the standard conditions. They do, however, depart in some ways from the standard conditions. Now, a copy of those, as I said, is on display. Prospective purchasers are now advised that if they've not made themselves familiar with these conditions, you should do so immediately, because the successful bidder will have been deemed to be bidding on the basis of these particulars and conditions. So I do note that I've told you that you need to make yourself familiar. Now, the property is sold as one lot and the sale is inclusive of chattels in the property at the date of completion. The vendor gives no warranty as to the condition of the chattels in the property at the date of completion. That's subject to the reserve price. The highest bidder will be the purchaser. The vendor reserves the right for the auctioneer to refuse any bid. The amounts to be advanced at the bidding will be fixed from time to time by the auctioneer, and the vendor reserves the right to withdraw the said property from sale and place a reserve upon the same. All disputes at this sale will be settled by myself as the auctioneer. At the fall of the hammer, you will be required to pay a 10% deposit in cleared funds, sign the adjoined agreement, and the purchase will be subject to the terms of this agreement to be completed and the balance of the purchase price to be paid to the Tavendale and Partners Solicitors, Level 3, Tavendale Partners Centre, 329 Durham Street, Christchurch. Now, that's on Thursday, the 2nd of December 2021. That is your date for completion. That is the date that you need to pay those monies over. Now, I take you to 19.2. I'm not going to go through the whole contract, but 19.2 points out that nothing in the nature of a fixture shall be deemed to be included in the sale and shall not pass with the property if the vendor has no right to sell it as part of security, and no warranty by the vendor that any such thing is included in the sale is implied. It is hereby expressed that no warranty or representation as to title or ownership of any chattels, plant, equipment and other fixtures will be given by the vendor. Now, 19.3, no representation, warranty or undertaking is made as to the quality, state and condition or fitness for purpose of the property as it stands on the date of completion. Such information as may have been given by the vendor or the servants or agents of the vendor is believed to be correct, but no assurance is given to its accuracy. The vendor requires the purchaser to make its own examination, investigation and inspection, and the purchaser must rely upon and shall be taken to have done so its own judgment or advice of the purchaser's own advisors. The purchaser shall not have any claim against the vendor or any other person in regard to this. Now, the purchaser acknowledges, this is Point 20, the purchaser acknowledges that the property is not sold with vacant possession, but subject to all occupations, if any, including holding over by the mortgagor, but the vendor will not be under any obligation to make any apportionment, at the settlement date of rents or other income of the property. 20.2, to provide details of any tenancy, licensee or occupation agreement relating to the property unless the details are known to the vendor. 20.3, to hand over any keys, security cards, access cards or security system code or PIN numbers unless the same are actually in possession of or known by the vendor. So you buy it on the basis that there are no keys available. You probably need to get a locksmith out there on that day of the 2nd of December and work your way through that process. The dimensions in 21, the dimensions and descriptions of the property contained in this agreement or in the advertisement relating to this agreement or to the sale of the property are believed to have been taken and to be correct, and no error, misdescription that may exist in this agreement or any advertisement relating to the agreement or the sale of the property shall annul the sale or will allow for any compensation going forward. Now you need to understand that the property is at the risk. This is clause 24. The property is at the risk and the sole risk of the purchaser from the fall of the hammer. So is at your risk at the fall of the hammer, buyers. As I say, we work to this contract. 29. If the vendor is unable to remove the impediment within 3 calendar months of the initial date for completion, then, but not otherwise, the purchaser may, by notice in writing to the vendor, cancel this agreement. So you've got 3 months to remove anybody that may be living in there. If you can't, then you may be able to cancel that agreement. 31. The vendor does not warrant the accuracy of any matter or fact in this agreement or in the particulars or in the advertisement of sale or any statement by the auctioneers, and the purchaser must verify the same in the purchaser's own satisfaction and enter the subjoined agreement and rely solely upon the purchaser's own judgment. I'll move you through to point 34. All bids made are inclusive of goods and tax, goods and service tax. So your bidding, GST inclusive. So what you bid is what you pay. They're probably the more pertinent points for this morning's auction. A lot to get through. We do wish you well. I take that there'll be no questions. We'll move forward with this morning's auction. I just want to just remind you that we have on offer today a property that is surrounded by quality residences, and this may or may not be a wonderful opportunity. Limited details, however, that adds to the surprise when you settle, and I'm sure it will be a surprise, and we wish you all the best in that surprise, and you take possession. This has been a home of some grandeur as we've worked through the process, and you can see it from the road. A bit of work, and I'm sure you'll have something absolutely spectacular. Buyers, my instructions on behalf of the Sheriff to open the bidding at $680,000. Sorry? $1 million. Beautiful. Tristan Harcourt working with a buyer at $1 million, fairly bid and offered now at $1 million bid. At a bid now, 1.1. $1,100,000. There's the bid now, 1110. 1110's the call now, $1,110,000. And who bids me on from here at $1,120,000? $1,120,000. Don't be put off. 50 on top or 50? $1,170,000. $1,170,000, buyers, there we are. Don't shake your head, you give away your strategy.
It's already given away.
$1,170,000. Look for a bid from here, buyers, at $1,170,000. First, at $1,170,000. With you now. Second, at $1,170,000. Third final call at $1,200,000. $1,200,000. That's the way to do it. 1,210. There you go. 1,210,000. 210's the bid now. $1,210,000. First, it's 210 here. Buyers, would it help if I told you we're on the market, we sell? 210's here. 20 here. 250. 1,250,000. I'm selling, buyers, at 1,250,000. Once. 60, is it? 1,260,000. It's seated in the front here at 1,260,000. It's against you, Chink, and against you, Lou, at 1,260,000. 270. Welcome back. Thank you. 1,270,000. 270's bid now. $1,270,000. I'm going to sell it, buyers. 75's called. Great opportunity. Be a beautiful surprise for Christmas at 275's bid. At 1,275,000. 80. 85. That's the way. 90. Go to 13. 195. It's here at 195. Haven't forgotten about you, Lou, or you, Tristan. At 1.3. Yep. 1,300,000 with check. 13's the call now. 1,310. 1,310. 1,310, Ching. Down, seated here at 1,300,000. 320's bid. 325. 3 1/4. 1,325. 1,325,000. Once. 30. 1,330. 1,335. 335's called with $1 million on. At 1,335,000. Once. 40. 340's bid. Do you go to 50? 1,340,000. First call then at 1,340,000. Second call. 42. Love the numbers at 1,342. At 1,342,000, Ching, it's here, it's seated, I'm selling. First at 1,342. Second, you waving or telling me to stall?
350.
$1,350,000. Correct? Confirm the bid? Ching, confirm the bid? 1,350. There you go. 1,350,000. Just have to be careful with the masks. But at 1,350,000, I sell. I come back to you for another chance. We play for keeps at 1,350,000, and I am selling. We're on the market. I sell at 1,350,000. 1,352. 52. 1,352,000. Seated with you, Lynette, at 1,352. Here first.
55.
55. You sure? It's back to that open home trial, even though we didn't have an open home. Shoes on, shoes off. 1,355. I'm going to sell it, buyers. Once. I give you 2 more chances. 56. 1,3 and 56 bid. First. You've heard the call 100 times. We sell. Second at 1,3 and 56. Third final call. 1,356,000. 58. Do you go to 60? Are you sure? You've changed your mind before. I'd love you to do it again. Smile tells me there could be a little bit more room there. At 1,358,000, I give you 3 chances once again. 60. 1,356,000. 1,360,000, I should say. 1,360,000 is the bid. Seated here, yes. At 1,360,000 to be like going under the tree at Christmas time.
65.
65. 1,365. 1,365,000. Are you sure? I thank you for your bidding. Good luck. Take care. 1,365,000. If there's no further bidding, I sell. First, second, third time then at 1,365,000. Are you out? Delighted to announce 76 Bibiana Street. It goes, it is gone and sold. Well fought, well bought. Commiserations to everybody else. Thank you for your participation. We'll take a small break, reset the room, and move on from there.
Forward to our 10:30 catalogue. First up being 80 Maize Road in St Albans. By way of introduction, Mark Morrison is my name, one of two auctioneers working the Harcourts Gold auction rooms here today. As you might expect, we work to confidential reserves on all of our auctions. Make sure that you're the highest bidder at the end of the process and you'll be just fine today. We work together to get up to that confidential reserve price. As auctioneer, I may nominate the sum by which those bids increase. I can refuse a bid. And if there's any dispute with any bidding, we'll just revert to the last undisputed bid and go from there. As auctioneer, I may place some bids on behalf of my owners from time to time, known as vendor bids. If I place a vendor bid, you'll know that it's always well under our selling instructions, well under that confidential reserve, and I'll label it exceedingly clearly, ironically using language such as vendor bid. Now, if the hammer falls in your favour today, well done, congratulations, you're the successful purchaser. Before you commence your celebrations, we'll just get you to complete some paperwork and you'll make that deposit, that payment of 1/10 or 10% of the purchase price. In terms of COVID, just make sure you've scanned in, you've checked in, you've signed in, sanitise those hands on the way in. Take a moment to sanitise your hands upon your departure. We'll keep our social distancing, which you're doing a phenomenal job of thus far. Keep those masks on at all times, and if you become unwell in the next 14 days, please just let someone from the Harcourts Gold management team know of that situation. We have a few boxes that we must tick if that situation should occur. Right, well, let's move forward to 80 Maize Road. Mary Turnbull proudly bringing this property to the market, doing a stunning, sterling job, as she always does. Good luck to you, Mary, and good luck to our lovely owners here at number 80. This is an estate and freehold. It is 550 very precise square metres of that freehold parcel of land. Lot 1, deposit of plan 535350. That's all outlined, it's all detailed in that certificate of title that Mary and the team have made readily available to each and every one of you. Now, I have Friday the 27th of November 2021 as the conjoined possession and settlement date, or any other such date that may have been mutually agreed upon in writing with our owners. I know there may be some registered telephone bidders that come into play today. Should they come into play, I will nominate them, I'll point them out to you and label them those telephone bidders just so that you're aware. But I've cited the paperwork, very, very happy to move forward on that basis and working with some of our colleagues from around the Harcourts network here this morning. Schedule 2, that outlines the list of chattels. Won't take the time to go through those individually, but those further terms of sale being clauses 22 through to 25. I remind you that you bid and you buy on that basis today. Cash and unconditional is your bidding. Well, I think that your property future, your future for you and perhaps your family, sits ironically in the hands of the past, because this is just a residence from a bygone era, but it's got that special feel, doesn't it, number 80? Very, very hard to recreate in homes of more modern era. So you get that character, you get that feel, which I say is just so, so beautiful. Now, I think this one goes against some Brexit fallout in that those French doors connect you to that stunning English garden. That's the place where the kids can just be kids, and at the same time adults can sit back and relax and enjoy a nice Pimm's on a warm Sunday afternoon. When I come back inside the home, well, it just keeps getting better and better. There's a multitude of accommodation options with this one, and living spaces, I might add. I love that gas fire and the log burner. They will warm you and they will warm your soul. The zoning, well, beyond repute, no doubt about that. Beyond comparison, you get all the great zones in this location. And the location just in general, well, you want for very little, don't you? You've got the amenities, the cafes, the shops. It's all here in Maize Road. Folks, my instructions are very clear this morning, and that is to place a vendor bid, as I reminded you or alluded to before, at $900,000. Who's got 50 on the rise from there? Who's got 950 to kick things along? 900 with me, vendor bid for Maize Road. I'll do my best to catch the bids. This is not the TV, folks. This is interactive. Who's got 950 for me? First chance at $900,000 only. Vendor bid. Twice called. I generally find whoever bids first wins. Why not test that theory out? Third call. 900,000 for Maize Road, character, charm. Very good. I advanced the bidding through to 950. Vendor bid with me. Not for sale at this level. That won't surprise you.
950.
Okay, I'll retract my 950, Karina. Your money's much better than mine. Your buyer's is, Karina, working within our Harcourts Holmwood franchise at 950. Welcome in. There's your competition at 950. Slow out of the blocks, but off we go. At 950, looking for a million. A mere 50 on from here. First chance at 950 with Karina. Twice call. Pim's in the garden. Beautiful English garden. French doors. Working in perfect unison. Third call.
Hold on. Sorry.
Hold on. Okay. Looking for a million, Anthony. It should be really easy. Should be really easy.
1 million. 1 million called.
Was that down the front here? Just
No.
Oh, it was bet with Karina. Thanks, Karina. At $1 million. Heard it, didn't see it. Always a bit hard with the mask. At $1 million, Anthony. There's your social proof. It was worth it for the bid. At $1 million. Just cost your buyer a wee bit more to get their hand in the air. First chance at $1 million only. Twice as I chase down a mere 50 on the rise for Maize Road. 50, Anthony?
$1,050,000.
$1,050,000. Nicely done at $1,050,000. There we go, Anthony Dean working with a buyer. Registered buyer on the telephone at $1,050,000. 1.1, Karina, surely. Or do you go straight?
1.1.
1.1, there we go. Back in at 1.1. Anthony, your buyer's turn next. Looking for 1,150. Just the two in it at this stage. Welcome in more. At 1,001,000. First call.
Can we add an extra 50?
Absolutely, you can add an extra 50. So polite. There we go. At 1,150,000. 1.2 beckons, Karina. Return of serve across your side. At 1,150 with Anthony Dean on the telephone. First chance, second call. At 1,150. Gorgeous character. Enviable location. Third chance. Bid sir at 1.2. Welcome into you, so 3 in it now. Working with Mary Turnbull at 1,200,000. 1,250, Anthony or Karina next, I don't mind.
4.5, please.
At 4.5.
4.5.
No, I'm not going to take $4,500. I'll take 4.5 million though.
Oh, yes.
Really need 25 at this stage. At 1,200,000 the bid. First chance at 1.2, looking for 25 if that's more comfortable. Same goes to you, Karina, or anyone else for that matter. At 1.2 the bid here, with my fresh interest.
21,500.
Okay, at 1,221,500. Mixing it up, keeping me on my toes at 1,221,500. Where do we go from here? Who levels me off to 1,240,000 perhaps? You'd come back at that level, sir? At 1,240,000. There we go. You're my new best friend because you bid me a nice number as well at 1,240,000. First call. Anthony, what are you coming back next time? Another curly number, no doubt. Twice call at 1,240,000 for Maize.
21,000, please.
Another 21,000 at 1,261,000. Happy to work with it. Do you put 21 on? What do you put on, sir? Just 20? Stick in the 20s at 1,261,000. First chance at 1,261,000. Curly bids. Twice called at 1,261,000, Karina. Do you get me to 70, sir? 270. Third chance at 1,261,000. Absolutely. I'm going to pause here. Sure you don't have any interest north of that level, otherwise I pause here at 1,261,000. Very good. Pausing, Anthony, with your buyer at 1,261,000. We'll have a conversation outside of the rooms. Let's move forward in our program to our fourth opportunity of the day. 115 Kennedy's Bush Road in Hallswell, proudly brought to the market by Mr. Cameron Bailey alongside Cameron Harrison Hotman. These two fine gentlemen have been ably assisting you as you complete your due diligence on this outstanding residence in Kennedy's Bush Road. It is a little more formally described. It is more formally described as being an estate in freehold. It is 576 square metres more or less of that freehold parcel of land. Lot 34, deposit plan 543233. That's all outlined. It's all detailed in that certificate of title that Harrison, Cameron and the team have been readily emailing through to you in recent weeks. Now, the settlement date, well, that's as per clause 26 in the agreement towards the rear of the agreement, basically saying that settlement will occur 10 working days from code of compliance or 10 working days from the date of this agreement, whichever of those two is the latter. Have we got any updates on that, Harrison? On the code of compliance?
Should be within the next day.
It's imminent, we would say. It's not too far away, just around the corner. Very good, very good. Now, Schedule 2, that outlines the list of chattels which you get when you get the keys. I notice SMEG is a reoccurring theme in terms of those chattels in the brand, so you'll be feeling very, very smug about the SMEG chattels, I would suggest. And as I said, I remind you, cash and unconditional as you're bidding, those clauses being 22 through to 26, you bid and you buy on that basis. Well, when it comes to building a new home, I think it can be absolutely rife with ever-expanding costs, budgets, timeframes, stresses, all of those things. Might I suggest that you forego all of those things and you just go ahead and buy number 115 Kennedy's Bush Road, because to me this is a home with an absolute heartbeat, an absolute soul. It's been beautifully finished. It just looked absolutely outstanding when I wandered through on the weekend, and just the presentation from the team at AU Just an update for you, 80 Maize Road in St Albans. We paused with our highest bidder in the back rooms. We had a conversation with the bid at $1,261,000, as you see up on the screen. The conclusion of those conversations and negotiations is this. Our highest bidder has very kindly and generously increased their bid through to $1,305,000. Anthony, I'll just get confirmation at 1,305,000.
1305. Yes. Confirmed.
Beautiful. Thank you, Anthony. Now, at that level, my instructions are very clear. We are on the market and we are selling. Hammers up at 1,305,000. Who's got 1,310,000 for me? Or do I sell? First call for Maize Road at 1,305,000. On the market. No more open homes. Get your weekends back. You'll be sipping Pims in the beautiful front lawn. Twice now at 1,305,000. Third call. Final call at 1,305,000. We're out. Another wee $1,000 on the side, perhaps. Karina, I offer your buyer the same privilege if you like. At 1,305,000. Anthony, looks like your buyer's done it. Congratulations. Well done. Thank you to our owners for your instructions. At 1,305,000, 80 Maize is going. It's going, and it is sold here. Well done. Congratulations. Well done. Thank you to our underbidders. Genuinely appreciate your interest in the home. I'm sure Mary and the team will help you into your next home very, very soon. Folks, thank you very much for your patience. Just getting everything in order before we move forward in our run order to 1 bar 49 Cow Street in Avondale. This property has been proudly brought to the market and represented, our property's ambassadors, by Jessica Downey. Working alongside Jessica is Mr. Anthony Dean. Anthony, you've already had some success just before there on Maize Road, so good luck to you, good luck to the continued success today, and good luck to our owners here in Cow Street. This is in estate and cross lease. It's flat 1 depositor plan 50589 on lot 11 depositor plan 48348, having a half share in some 650 square metres of land. It's all outlined and detailed in that certificate of title that Jessica, Anthony and the team have been filing through to you in recent times. Settlement date, Thursday the 18th of November 2021. Vacant possession is guaranteed on that date. I note the further terms of sale being clauses 22 through to 24. You bid and you buy on that basis. Cash and unconditional is certainly your bidding, and you would have noted the list of chattels in Schedule 2. You will get those on that settlement date of the 18th of November of this year. Well, I think that this is just a wonderful chance to secure what is a single level home. I love the fact that it's that 1980s brick construction, and it's just tucked down the end of a lovely quiet residential street. Not very much through traffic coming down there. I had a wee look at Cow Street on the weekend. Now, I love the fact that over the years this home's been tastefully moved with the times in terms of its decor, its look, its feel. It's been updated, and you just get to reap the rewards of all of that hard work that our owner has put in recent times. You get the new carpet, the fresh paint, and as I said, those updates in the kitchen and bathroom. So it's really moved the home beautifully with the times. It's aged a whole lot better than I have. Now, the aspect of this one, I just think it's absolutely perfect in terms of its outlook for the sunshine. Its orientation just soaks in that sun as it works its way across the property, especially across that afternoon and into the early evening. It's going to be a perfect sun trap for those weekend barbecues, or perhaps just chilling out and reading a book in the sunshine. Location, well, it means that those morning walks are within easy reach. That's going to be nice for your outlook on life and that inner peace and inner pleasure. Cow Street, we just need to work out value. Opinion on price. Before we do that, my instructions are very clear today. Open the bidding at $280,000 on a vendor bid. 280 with me. Who's got 300 to move things along? Cheryl, thank you. Working with a buyer, I assume, at $300,000. Good luck at $300,000 across this far side. Who goes next? Who's got 320? At $300,000. What can you buy in Christchurch in the 320? Thanks, Harold. Working with a buyer at 320, and Cheryl 340 on behalf of your buyer. Nicely done, confidently done at 340. 360, Harold. Do we go full circle? At 360 at this stage, Harold. Just put two of those tens together and we'll be fine. At 340,000 the bid, looking for 20 off. Nicely done, Harold, at 360. Keep working hard with your buyer at 360 and 380. Cheryl, Harold, it's your turn next at 400. First chance at 380. At 380 the bid. Sunny, light and bright. Twice now. Penultimate chance, Harold. Third call.
400.
400, there it is. 420. At 420, confidently done. At $420,000. Just the two in it at this stage. Others perhaps holding back. I said
450.
450. Nice entry, Anthony. Clearly in good bidding form today. Working hard. At 450. 460 is it? At 460, or is it 60 on top? I take it at 460 and 70 here at 470 and 480. Four in it at this stage at 480. The bidder here. At 480. 492. Very good. 500. Two. Okay, just two. Two on the side at 494. At 490. Beg your pardon? 11. Okay, at 503. At 505, I should say. At $505,000. At 505. Bit of mental arithmetic, public calculus as they say, at 505 the bid here. Cheryl, how are we looking across the far side? Shaking the head, appreciate the bidding at 505, first call. Do we come back at 510 potentially? Twice now at 505 here. Love the strategy. Harold, haven't forgotten about your buyer. The bid's with Anthony at 505. He put 11,000 on. League's 11 at 505. Happy to take another 11 from someone else? Or perhaps 5,000 is more comfortable for you. Get me through to 510. At 505, Anna McKenzie, working hard with our highest bidder, offering them an opportunity at 505. Twice called, and third and final chance at 505. 505 the bid, looking for an advance. You got 2,000. What was that, Harold? No, not bidding. How are we looking here? Another 2,000 to move things along, perhaps?
530.
530?
530.
530. Beautifully done at 530. Take confidence. Others see the value, so should you. At $530,000.
Instructions, Mark. We're on the market.
Couldn't have said it any better myself, Anna. At 530,000. I think what Anna's saying is we're on the market and we're selling.
Yep.
There we go. Clear instructions, Anthony. I sell the property to your lovely buyers at 530. Now's the time to fight. Hammers up. Don't hang up, Harold. First call at 530. Selling away twice now. Do you come back for a wee one on the side? Second place is not much fun in these auctions. Third call. Selling here at 530. Is it all done? Easy as that. Congratulations. 2 in a row for you, Anthony, at 530 Cow Street. It goes, and it is sold here. Fantastic. Well done. Congratulations to our numerous underbidders. Commiserations. All the very best. I'm going to have a wee cup of tea and pass over to Mr. Chris Kennedy.
Welcome back to the front of the room. Apologies for any delay in proceedings, but you'll appreciate big decisions being made both inside and outside of the auction room. By way of introduction, my name's Chris Kennedy. Indeed, my very real pleasure to be your auctioneer for our next two offerings. I welcome into the room Mr. Mark Wong and Lily King. They've been your tour guides to ownership for our next offering over the last period of time. Lily, are you all set to go? Good luck to you, and of course good luck to our owners. I do give you a COVID-19 announcement. We do work under alert level protocol 2. We ask that you have scanned on the way in, that you sanitise on the way in and on the way out. We ask that you remain in your bubbles, and that you, if you do become unwell in the next 10 to 14 days, that in fact you do seek some medical assistance, and do let us know as well, because we will have some work to do. Now, I know that the wonderful team here at Harcourts Gold, they will have made all the relevant documentation available throughout the campaign, the limb, the title and the contract. It's to the contract I now take you for our next two offerings. It'll come as no surprise, our sellers, they've set a confidential reserve price. It shall not be disclosed to the bidders, but subject to that reserve price being reached or breached, the highest bidder whose bid I accept, well, they shall be the lucky purchaser. As your auctioneer, I can nominate the sum by which bidding can be raised. I can refuse a bid should I deem it not to be in the best interests of our owners. I, a real estate agent acting on behalf of the seller, may submit a bid on behalf of any other person, and as your auctioneer, I'll endeavour to identify such parties as we move through today's proceedings. Now, pursuant to 2.5 of the contract, our seller has given myself the sole and exclusive rights to bid on their behalf. Now, buyers, be assured that should I place a bid on behalf of our sellers, it'll be well below that reserve price, and I'll clearly identify it with terminology such as vendor bid. I'll make it abundantly clear, but be assured it'll be well below that reserve price. Now, pursuant to 2.6, the owner reserves the right to withdraw their property from sale before it has been sold and knocked down without declaring the reserve price. Now, what that refers to is that if we don't reach our reserve, we're simply going to take a pause. We're going to take a pause, and we're going to have a conversation with the highest bidder. From those conversations, one of several things may happen. Our owners and our buyers may or may not have altered their instructions. Our sellers may or may not have altered their instructions. We may or may not be on the market and selling. Or our sellers have exercised their right under 2.6 of the contract. They've withdrawn the property from sale and they've sold it outside the room. Now, it doesn't happen a lot, but it does happen from time to time. If you wish to be spoken to, you need to hold that highest bid, as we will talk to you first. Now, if a dispute arises concerning any bid, I'll simply determine that dispute or re-offer the property at the last undisputed bid. At the conclusion of the auction, which is the fall of the hammer, if it falls in your favour, you'll be required to sign the memorandum recording the sale, in other words, the contract, pay a deposit equal to 10% of the purchase price, and complete the GST information in Schedule 1. Cash and unconditional is your bidding. Be strong. We'll take our time. We're wearing masks. We won't rush you too much. We will give everybody fair warning, fair time. We move to our first of our 11 o'clock program, and as I've already said, proudly marketed by Mark Wong, Lily King. I see Lily in the back of the room. Once again, just checking. You're all set to go, Lily? Good luck to you, and of course, good luck to our wonderful owner. We thank our owner for those instructions. The property itself, though, it's more formally described as 1/451 Main South Road, Hornby in Christchurch City. Now, this is a cross lease in freehold. It is, in fact, Flat 1, Deposited Plan 51324. It is on Lot 1, Deposited Plan 49776, and that's having a share in some 2,459 square metres. You will find that on Certificate of Title, Volume 29K, Folio 992 of the Canterbury Land Registry. The property itself, though, buyers, it does have a tenancy. It is, in fact, rented. It is a periodic tenancy, and it is rented at some $325 per week with a bond of some $1,300. You're bidding today, GST inclusive, possession settlement, 90 days from confirmation, or in fact 90 days from today's date. We take that you've read, you've understood clauses 22 through to 24. No change to the chattels, I won't go through those. Very clean, clear and concise contract. Let's just take one last look over number 1/451 Main South Road. TC1 land, zoned RSDT on cross-lease situation. You've got a two-bedroom home in what we can describe as in fair condition. and I would say it's in fair condition. It served our owners as a wonderful and a great rental over the past years. Rented at some $325, I think I said, and if I do a quick mental calculation, maths was never my strong point, but I think that calculates out around about $16,900. Correct me if I'm wrong. Rent per annum, if you annualise that out, around $16,900. It's a short distance to Hornby Mall. It really is in one of those positions that in the future could be worth a substantial investment. Buyers, I'm in your hands. What do you say? Where do you see it? Opening bid and offer. Well, that worked.
What's the starting bid?
Well, look, how about 300,000? Would you bid me 300? No, want 300. I'll take you 250, but I'm happy to advance to 300, so we could just start at 300 if you like.
270.
All right, 270. There you go, $270,000, and I'm going to advance straight to 300,000 as I said I would. But at 300,000, it's with me on a vendor bid. Don't mean to be disrespectful, but we're at $300,000. Happy to take your 20s from here if you like at 300,000. All right, don't think too long because somebody else might place a bid, sir. But at $300,000, vendor bid with me at $300,000. Looking for 320 in the room, anywhere at $300,000. Good opportunity. Rented $16,000 per annum at $300,000. First call then at 300. Twice the money at 300. Third final call at $300,000. Sir, I give you an opportunity to place a bid, or I place one on our owner's behalf.
Put any condition on it.
Sorry, sir.
That's unconditional.
Cash. Means that if I knock it down to you, if we get that far up the ladder and we knock it down to you, own it, and you're required to pay a 10% deposit at the fall of the hammer. But at $300,000, I look for 20. If you don't place a bid, sir, I'm happy to place a bid on behalf of our owners. 320? No, I'm at 300, sir. I can't go backwards. Sorry. $300,000, back with me at 320. Then on a vendor bid at 320, I look for 20 on. Is there 40 in the room anywhere at 320 with me, sir, respectfully on a vendor bid at $320,000. Who bids me 20 on to 40 if you like at 320? First call at 320 on a vendor bid. Second call at $320,000 vendor bid. Third final call at 320 vendor bid. Well, with me at 340. 340 is the bid now. It is a vendor bid at 340. At $340,000, need your participation, buyers, at 340. $340,000, 2 bedrooms, great location, on a cross lease title, RSDT land at 340 on a vendor bid. 10% deposit's all that's required at 340. $340,000 once, twice. Third call in at 340.
Yeah, 340.
Retract my bid. I'll come back to you at 340. Your money's stronger than mine, sir, but at 340 you hold the bid at $340,000. 340 is the bid now at 340. I look for 60 on the rise at 340 at $340,000. 340 at 340. Sir, I'm not going to run this up artificially, but if there's no further bidding, I'm going to pause and have a conversation with you at 340. Does that work for you, sir?
Yeah, 340.
Yep. No, I appreciate your bid at 340. At 340, once, twice, third final call. So we're going to pause with you at $340,000, present you with an opportunity very, very shortly. John McFadden will be with you shortly with Lily to find you some space, and we'll move from there. 340 pause. Gentlemen, welcome back. Just doing those last minute resets, tidying up the last minute paperwork and sorts. So, buyers, welcome back to the front of the room. I do welcome to the room Mr. Jack Milligan. Nice to see you, Jack. Jack's been your tour guide to ownership. He's taken you down that beautiful long driveway of due diligence and presented you with something absolutely wonderful and absolutely special. Jack, are you all set to go? Good luck to you, my friend, and good luck to our wonderful owners. We thank them for their instructions. The property itself, though, is more formally described as number 8 Ebony Place, Rolleston, in the Selwyn district. Now, this is a freehold parcel of land, some 5,045 square metres. It is on lot 20, deposited plan 347066. It is contained, it is described in Certificate of Title, folio 193442 of the Canterbury Land Registry. We offer you vacant possession on this wonderful offering. We take that you have read clauses 22 through to 24.1. You bid, you buy on that basis, cash and unconditional. Large, very, very large, concise chattels list. I'm not going to go through that, but take it read, buyers. It hasn't changed from the original circulation of contract. You're bidding today, well, that's GST inclusive, so what you bid is what you pay. Possession, settlement date, gee, that's the day your life just gets a whole lot better. Set down for Monday, the 7th of February 2022, or any other such date that may have been mutually agreed upon in writing. Now, take that Waitangi Day is the 6th of February. That is, in fact, Mondayized, so you might find that your settlement date moves forward to Tuesday the 8th, but just double check that, as Waitangi Day is the 6th, and that is a Sunday, I believe, this year, and it will be Mondayized from there, I do believe. Anyway, just putting you, just bringing that to your attention. Gee, a fabulous offering. I'm going to take you back just one last time before we look for your competitive and your spirited bidding. This beautiful offering is set on what I believe is a substantial 5,045 square metres. This grand home offers just absolutely quality living with total privacy. If you've been there like I have, it really is just a fabulous place to head to after a day's work, to unwind, to relax, just to reflect on what may or may not have been a long day, but it will become a whole lot more enjoyable as you drive through the subdivision and up the drive of number 8. It really is just a beautiful, beautiful offering. A home of what I would suggest is commodious proportions, a home of large offerings, heated indoor pool. Gee, I could just see myself coming along to the housewarming with my togs and having a swim with you all. It's just fabulous. Home gym area, you all laugh, but I am quite a good swimmer. A home gym area, of course, a large media room, a bar, a mix of living that provides formal and informal spaces with beautiful soft and hard surface flowing right along that ground floor of the residence. Of course, I love the flow outdoor into that beautiful entertainment area, the barbecue area, the big wraparound deck throughout the whole home, the office, 5 bedrooms in the main residence, of course, an array of bathrooms, a plethora of bathrooms, two self-contained units to the rear of the home. That could be a little bit of home and income, or it could be where you put the wayward teenagers when you don't want them inside the house. It really is a fabulous, fabulous offering. I just love the situation. I love the outdoors. I don't have time to do it a whole world of justice here, but trust me, buyers, you're buying something incredibly special, incredibly beautiful. It is a masterpiece. It is one of those homes that will live and shine and bring joy to you, your family, and all those that visit you every day of the week. 14 years of ownership, due to change hands. It just says to me, beautiful location, beautiful offering, wonderful situation. My instructions, buyers, open the bidding at $2 million. I'll look for 100 on from here at $2 million with me. $2 million, fairly bidden on a vendor bid at $2 million. Is there a bid from here, buyers, at $2 million? Look for 100 perhaps at $2 million. Well, that worked. $2 million, buyers. Is there 100 on? First call then at $2 million on a vendor bid. Twice the money at $2 million. Third final call at $2 million. I look for a bid. Happy to place a vendor bid myself, buyers, at $2 million. Call for a bid or I place a vendor bid at $2 million. Need your participation to carry on. Beautiful offering. If 100 wasn't in your psyche, what is it from here at 2 million bid? First, second, third. Well, one with me. 2-1. $2,100,000 bid now. At 2.1's the bid now, ladies and gentlemen. I look for 100 on from here at 2-1, fairly bid and offered. At $2,100,000, and who bids one on at 2,000,001? $2,100,000. Need your participation, buyers, at 2-1. Happy to take 50 if it helps at 2,000,001. Is there 2,150,000 anywhere in the room at 2,000,001? Surely you didn't come just to see me perform, but I'm happy to perform. At $2,100,000, I look for 50 on the rise at 2-1. 2,150. There you go. We're away now. Margaret Danza on the phone at 2,150,000. 2,150, and is there 2-2 anywhere at 2,150? We've got an auction we're underway, and as I've said, if we pause, we give first rights to the highest bidder at 2,150 bid now. At 2,150,000 with your buyer on the phone, Margaret, at 2,150. I look for 2-2 on the rise. First call in at 2,150. 2-2. Welcome to you, Archer, working with a buyer at 2-2. $2,200,000. 2 in at this stage against you, Margaret, at 2-2 on the window at $2,200,000. We're away now. Happy to take our time at 2-2 with you, Archer, at $2,200,000. First, at $2,200,000. Second, at $2,200,000. Third final. Taking 50, sir. 2,250,000 is what I require.
I understand that. I'm not bringing
And I'm rejecting it at 2,250,000. Looking for 50 on the rise, respectfully. 2,200,000 I have. I look for 50 at 2,200,000. First, second, Margaret, third,
Yeah.
50. Thank you, sir. Welcome back at 2,250,000. 2,250, 3 in at this stage at 2,250,000. Archer, it's against you now, seated, centered, my new best friend at 2,250,000. $2,250,000. Hope to see you at the end, sir, at 2,250,000. 2250's bid now. I look for 3 on the rise, if you will, at 2,250,000. Is there 2.3? At 2,250,000. First. Second. 2-3. There you go. There's your competition, sir, at 2,003,000. Do you go 235? 2,003,000 is the call now at $2,300,000. 2-3, fairly bid and offered now at 2,003,000. I'll take it 25 now if it helps, sir. At 2,003,000. $2,300,000. First call at 2-3. With you, Archer. Second call at 2,300,000. Margaret, third final. 2325. Thank you, sir. Welcome back at 2325. Seated, centered. $2,325,000 the bid. Against you now, Archer, what are you saying? At 2325. Remember, we pause and talk to the highest bidder at 2,350. There you go. Do you come back at 75, sir? 2,350 is the bid. At $2,350,000. Haven't forgotten about you, Margaret, but one bid seldom buys. 2,350 on the back window. Give everybody plenty of time. At 2,350,000. First. Second. Third final call at 2350. 75. Thank you, sir. 2375 at 2,360,000. You bidding? Just adjusting. But that's okay. That's okay. You're allowed to do that now, auction rooms. 2375. 2,375,000. It's against your buyer, Archer. Need to know. Once. Twice. Third call at 2,375,000. Archer, need to know, or we pause at 2,375,000. Can't tell from the mask. Sorry, I have to give everybody plenty of time. At 2,375,000 with you, sir, seated. Archer, need to know at 2,375,000. Quickly, once, twice. 2.4. 2,400,000. Against you now, sir. Happy to move in 25s at 2,400,000. 2.4 fairly bid and offered now to bid at 2.4. 2,400,000. Give you plenty of time, as I did with our consultant on the rear window with a buyer. At 2,400,000. First time then at 2,400,000. Second time at 2,400,000.
We may look to pause, Chris.
Yep.
We don't have further bidding.
Third final call at 2,400,000. Sir, do we 2,425? Thank you. 2,425. Archer, we're down here at 2,425. At 2,425. With you, sir, at 2,425,000. Need to know where you're at, team, or we pause? Once, twice. Third call at 2,425,000. Archer, done, silent. Pause here, give you one last chance. Once, twice, third, at 2,425,000. It's here. Need to know. Team, I need to know. Can you advise? 2,425,000. First, second, third. So I'm going to pause with you at $2,425,000. We'll find some space outside the room and present you with an option at $2,425,000. Gentlemen, welcome back. I take you back to our offering that we called earlier on at 1 bar 451 Main South Road in Hornby. We left the room with the bid at $340,000. There's been no change in discussions out the back, and no change, in fact, in instructions from our buyer, our highest bidder, and of course our owners. So buyers, I put you on notice. We come back to the room at $340,000. I look for a bid from here at 340. I give you three opportunities at 340. First, second, third final call at 340. Well, look, I advance the bidding one last time on behalf of our owners on a vendor bid to $400,000, and we pass at $400,000. Bid at $400,000, passed in. If you do have any interest in 1 bar 451 Main South Road, avail yourself upon Lily King or Mark Wong, who have been your lead marketing consultants over the past 3 weeks. Property is now passed in at $400,000.
Forward now in our catalogue to lucky auction number 8, 26 Erin Crescent in Woolston, proudly brought to the market by Ash and Sharp, Sutherland Todd. I've already had a wonderful start to our auction campaign with our auction program, I should say, with our brought forward auction earlier in the day. So good luck and continued good luck for both of you lovely folk. And good luck to our lovely owner here in number 26 Erin Crescent. This is an estate and freehold. It is 612 square metres of that freehold parcel of land, the best land you can buy here in New Zealand. That's lot 43, deposit of plan 27270, all outlined, all detailed in that certificate of title that Ash Shah and the team have made available to you in recent weeks. Friday the 10th of December 2021 is the conjoined settlement and possession date, or any other such date that may have been mutually agreed upon in writing prior to today's proceedings. Schedule 2 outlines the list of chattels. I note the 2 heat pumps there and a few others, and those further terms of sale being clauses 22 through to 25. I remind you, any late arrivals, your bidding today is cash and unconditional. 10% is all that we require from you today at the fall of the hammer. Well, if you're searching for a first home, potentially you're looking for an investment, I think that there are a few non-negotiables, a few things that you should be looking for in terms of tick boxes. Single level always helps. The fact that it's permanent material, freehold parcel of land, and in a location that's close to the amenities and the shops. Well, you get all of that here, don't you, at number 26 Erin Crescent. So I think this is a wonderful opportunity for our new owner. The kitchen, I love the fact that that's been nicely updated and moved with the times. It's been modernised over the life of the home, and those 2 heat pumps and the heat transfer system, which I alluded to before. That means you're going to be nice and warm and comfortable year round here at number 26. 3 bedrooms, well, that provides plenty of options in terms of the place to rest your head come the end of the day. The yard, I like the fact that it is fully fenced, because that means that any little 4-legged or 2-legged friends that you might have in your family, they'll be nice and safe. That means that they can play and run around and they'll be nice and secure. You got the garden shed there, the double garaging, and plenty of off-street parking. This one just makes absolute sense, folks. I just now look for an opening bid or offer. Tell me what you'd love to pay. Who goes first? Is there 440 anywhere in the room? 440,000?
Yep.
There we go. Good luck to you working with Shah. Shah Sutherland Todd and a buyer here. Good luck at 440. Hope to see you at the end of the race at $440,000. Nice, comfortable place to start at 440. Who's got 460 for me to kick things along? Looking for 460. First chance at 440 with my starter. Second now. And third and final at 440. Well, I'm going to place a vendor bid at 460 on behalf of my owner. More than happy to keep the home at that level, as I'm sure you can appreciate. Would you bid me 480? At 480, straight back, seize the value, and why wouldn't you at $480,000? May just be you and I here today, but let's just give the rest of the room every opportunity to bid at $480,000. Once called, at 480, twice now as I count it down, and third and final at 480,000. No other interest at this point in time. Well, Ash, I think we're just going to take a pause and have a conversation. I'm going to pause with you at 480,000. You hold the highest bid. We'll have some discussions and offer you an opportunity to own the home very, very shortly. Good luck. We move forward to 27 Bronco Drive, our 11:30 time slot. Just a quick introduction, because I know a few of you have just filtered into the room in recent times. Make sure that you've scanned in, you've checked in, you've sanitised on the way in. Keep the masks on, keep the social distancing. You're doing a beautiful job of all of that thus far. If you become unwell in the next 14 days, please just let someone from the Harcourts Gold Management team know of that situation. We've got a few boxes that we must tick. Now, in terms of the process for our auction today, as you might expect, our owners have set a confidential reserve. Your job as the bidders is very, very simple today. It's to get the bidding up and over those reserve prices. Now, assuming we can work together to do that, the highest bid whose bid I accept, well, very simply, they'll be the purchaser. Now, I can nominate the sum by which those bids increase. I can refuse a bid if I deem it not to be in the best interest of my owners, and if any disputes arise with any bidding, we'll just revert to the last undisputed bid and then recommence the bidding sequence from there. Now, vendor bidding, you may have heard of it. That's my right as an auctioneer to place a bid on behalf of my owners. If I do so, I'll label it very clearly, ironically using language such as vendor bid. And if I do place a vendor bid, it will always be well under our reserve price, well under our selling instructions. So just bid with confidence over and above any vendor bids and you'll be absolutely fine. Now, at the fall of the hammer, when it falls to the rostrum, if it falls in your direction, well done, congratulations, you are the successful purchaser. Before you commence any celebrations, we'll get you to sign some paperwork. You'll arrange to make a payment of 1/10 or 10% of the purchase price, and you complete the GST information outlined in Schedule 1. I remind you, cash and unconditional is your bidding here today. Let us move forward to 27 Bronco Drive, first up in this time slot, brought to the market by the real estate maestro, Mr. Cameron Bailey. He's been helping you through your due diligence. Complete all your homework here at number 27 Bronco Drive. This is an estate and freehold. It is 834 square metres, more or less, of that freehold parcel land. That's lot 33. It's deposited plan 484886, all outlined in that certificate of title that Cameron's been filing through to your email inboxes. Settlement date, I've got the 21st of January 2022 or any other such date that may have been mutually agreed upon in writing. Schedule 2, that outlines the list of chattels. I note that they are of the highest quality, a bit of a reoccurring theme here with this one. Those further terms of sale, you bid and you buy on that basis as well. Clauses 22 through to 27. Well, I think if you own this home, you are going to defy that traditional 7-year itch. You are going to want to reside here at number 27 for a lot longer than that. It's been designed and it's been finished to a very, very exacting and high standard, no doubt about that. It's just an absolute stunner right across the board. Those dual living zones, well, that means that everyone can go and get their me time. Sometimes we need a bit of that, don't we? But ironically, that brings us back closer together as a living unit or as a whānau. No doubt about that. And when it is time to come back together, well, you're going to absolutely love doing that in that kitchen and breakfast bar area. It all just absolutely sparkles. That will be the place to do it. If entertaining's your thing, and I think it will be when you reside here at number 27, you'll do that outside in these beautiful summer months that we have to look forward. But as we know here in Canterbury, those evenings can get just a little bit chilly when the sun goes down. Well, you've got the gas fire. That's going to take care of any warmth requirements that you might have. Aidenfield, ever popular as a location. So no surprises to see good interest here in this wonderful home. This is a chance for you to secure your little slice in Aidenfield. My instructions, folks, are to place a vendor bid at $800,000 to kick things along. Who's got $850 for me? A polite and respectful crowd is not my favourite in an auction room. This is not a library. 800 vendor bid. Who's got 850? Should be really easy. You just go like this. There it is at 850. We're underway. Good luck at 850. First call at 850,000. Chasing down 9. Who's got it? Twice called at 850 for 27 Bronco. Third call. There we go. Good luck, Erin. Good luck to your buys at $900,000. Nice to see you. And at $900,000. At 900, the bid and straight back at 950, you'd say. At 950, confidently, I might say. And $1 million beckons. There we go. Thanks, Erin. At $1 million, cool, calm, and collected. $1,050,000 and 1.1. At 1.1.
1.15.
Yeah, 1,150,000. Nicely done. We move forward in the 50s at 1,150 and 1.2, Erin. 1.2. You guys are awfully close at the moment. You could probably both be in the house, but you probably wouldn't like that. At $1,200,000 the bid. 1,250, sir?
210.
1,210,000. Got you there. Okay, cutting me back. That's fine at 1,210,000.
1,230,000.
Good job. Staying in the 20s at 1,230,000. Match that, sir, and come back at 1,250,000. Okay. Very good. Knocking me down. 10 more at 250. We got there together. So you are working as a nice little unit, ironically, at $1,250,000. Take 10s from me if you like, though. At 1,260 the bid, first chance. 270, 280, 290 is it? It's at 1,280 here. That's the strategy. Nicely done, Erin, at 1.3 million. 1,310, absolutely. Happy to stick in the 10s. Another 20 from your buyers, Erin. Okay, at 1,320. At 325. Okay, at 1,325. 1,330. At 1,330, first chance at 1,330. Come back with something stronger, sir. Show strength at 1,330. Gorgeous home. Love that outdoor gas fireplace. That's going to be a stunner. 1,340. Welcome back, and 1,350. Social proof it's a good home. At 1,350, you take confidence from there. Bid me 1,360. Don't shake your head. You give away your strategy. You go home with a sore neck and homeless. At 1,350 the bid. Gorgeous home here in Aidenfield. At 1,350, I'll take 5 from you if you like. First chance. Twice called. Third final at 1,350 with Erin's buyer. Beg your pardon, Brendan? A 10 at 360. Fresh face into the race, Erin. The bid's here, just at the front with Brendan at 1,360 on the telephone. We've gone full circle. 5 is it? At 365. One for each day of the year at 1,365, and you'll be happy year round. At 370 the bid. At 1,370. Do you go straight to 1.4, Erin? Might be the power play you need. But I call it down 3 times. 375.
Change of instructions, we're selling.
Another 5.
Okay, so Erin, I just confirmed that your bid's at 1,375, and now it's 1,380 now. Okay, and we're on the market and we're selling at 1,380. Just wanted to take our time there at 1,380. I'm not much good at multitasking. Once called and I'm on the market, Erin, I'm selling. Your buyers have travelled beautifully all the way through. Don't give up now. At 1,380, go to 90 for me.
1,390.
Good job. Good job at 1,390. That's the way to do it. 95 at 395. It leaves that 1.4 wide open. You'll laugh about it in years to come. Don't think about what it's worth today. Think about what it's worth in the future. You'll be there longer than 7 years, as I said. First call. Selling at 1,395. Twice now. As I turn my fingers around the appropriate 1.4. 405. Resolute in their bidding. You take confidence from other interest at 405, 410. Would you say? Have another little committee meeting. Come back to me. Come back with another 2.5 if you like. Otherwise, I sell to Brendan's buyer on the phone. First call at 1,405. Twice now. Third call at 1,405. Working with Brendan's buyer on the telephone at 1,405. All done. Silent. Out. Back to the open homes with Erin. Congratulations, Brendan. Congratulations to your buyer. 27 Bronco Drive. It goes, and it is sold here. Well done. Congratulations. Thank you, Erin, to your bidders. Thank you for our underbidders. Thank you for your interest. And thank you to our owners for your instructions.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Huge excitement here at the Harcourts Gold Auction Rooms. By way of introduction, Chris Kennedy's my name. Wonderful to meet you all, and of course my role quite simply to complete the wonderful work of Mr. Bill Zhao and Mr. Lou Ding. They've been your tour guides to ownership over the past 3 to 4 weeks. Gentlemen, lovely to see you in the auction room. You all set to go? Good to see you both. Good luck to you, and of course good luck to our owners. The property itself, though, it's more formally described as Lot 17, 366 Hallswell Junction Road, Hallswell. It is, in fact, a freehold parcel of land, some 443 square metres. It is on Lot 17, deposit of plan 559944. It is contained and described in certificate of title to be struck. My understanding, to be struck. Yes, title to be struck, gentlemen. Is the title to be struck? Title's out?
Yeah.
Sorry, apologies. We'll put that title reading in there once we settle everything down. No change, obviously a vacant parcel of land, so no chattels. We'll take that you've read, you've understood clauses 22 through to 24.2. You bid, you buy on that basis. Cash and unconditional is your bidding. Possession settlement 23rd of November 2021 or any other such date that may have been mutually agreed upon in writing. Titled or entitled, you can have both when you secure Lot 17. In fact, it really is a good offering, a wonderful offering, and we know that titled sections are in fact incredibly scarce to purchase, but today you have that beautiful opportunity of purchasing some freehold parcel of land of some 443 square metres. It is a blank canvas. Of course, the location is one to watch as it progresses into what I would deem a fabulous, fabulous community. Longhurst Shopping Centre, well, that's close by. This is a blank canvas. This is a beautiful opportunity. Instructions: open the bidding at $300,000. Look for a rise from here. Is there 320 anywhere? At 300,000 on a vendor bid. Who bids me 320? $300,000. I look for 20 on the rise at 300. Titled land, hard to find, at $300,000 on a vendor bid. Once, twice, third call in at 300. Well, back with me at 320. 320 is the bid with me on a vendor bid at 320,000. To win an auction, you need to come last, but to come last, you need to place a bid. It's with me at 320 on a vendor bid. 400. Gee, that's a good jump at $400,000. Thank you, LD. Nice to see you in the auction rooms. Lou Ding working with the buyer at $400,000. Fairly bid and offered now at $400,000. $400,000 the bid now, buyers at $400,000. What do we say from here at $400,000? First, second, third call at $400,000. Lou can't sell it at $400,000. I look for an increase at $400,000. $450,000. Beautiful place to go at $450,000. There's the bid now at $450,000. Been to bidding school. Always nice to work with beautiful people at $450,000. Well done, LD, at $450,000. Fairly bid and offered now at $450,000. $450,000 once, twice. Third final call at $450,000. Can't sell it to you at $450,000. Can I call for an increase? Would you bid me $470,000? John McFadden's going to step in there and give you some help at $450,000. Bid with you at $450,000. Titled land at $450,000. 443 squares at $450,000. $450,000. Out of bid now. Bid. $460,000. Confirm. $460,000. There's the bid now at $460,000. $460,000. John McFadden wearing the carpet thin at $460,000. $460,000. Wonderful opportunity. It's a blank canvas at $460,000 bid. $460,000 the bid now. Don't have those instructions. Can I call for an increase? No. I think you're smiling under the mask, and I think there could be a little bit more there at $460,000. $460,000. Fairly bid and offered now at $460,000. Looking for instructions at $460,000. 443 squares. Beautiful opportunity at 460. 23rd of November is your possession. You can start to plan your new life at that point at 460. $460,000 the bid. Great opportunity at 460. Big conversations, big decisions. Need to take our time. Very hard to work through with the masks. Give everybody fair time, fair warning, fair ability to purchase property here at the Harcourts Gold Auction Rooms at 471 Papanui Road. However, the bid's at 460. At $460,000. At 460. It's up on the screen. It's coloured. It is a beautiful parcel of land at 460 bid. At 460. Do we have an increase? At 460. Bill Zhao, Lu Ding, working away in the background at 460. They've been your tour guides to ownership. They've taken you, as I've said before, down that driveway of due diligence at 460 the bid. 460. Look for instructions at 460. Could we see an increase at 460? Could we see an increase? No? 460. 460's bid. One minute, John, is that it? 460. John McFadden working with the team and our owners looking for instructions at 460. Great opportunity. Superb parcel of land. If you haven't been to the Longhurst Shopping Centre, you should go along. There's some good facilities along there. Of course, it'll make your life a whole lot easier when you build and buy in such a beautiful location. Of course, all the shops, the amenities, life becomes a whole lot easier when you build and you secure in a brand new subdivision, especially when it's titled. And as I've said, titled or entitled, this could be your lucky day at $460,000 the bid. $460. John's not sure of the conversation, but that's okay. He's okay, that's all right. At 460. $460,000. $460. LD, wearing the carpet thin at 460. Nice to see you working in the auction rooms, my friend. $460,000. Okay. All right. All good. Big decisions. We've got to give everybody plenty of time. It's for their future. It's for their lives. Moving forward at 460. Hello, Lynette. How are you? At 460. At 460. If you haven't been to an auction before, perhaps put your hand up. No, you're all too smart for that at 460.
There's a lot of conditioning going on.
There is at $460,000 the bid. Bid's here at 460, John.
Can you just reconfirm that?
Confirm your bid at 460,000. Thank you.
And we're on the market.
And we're selling. Look to my owner. Thank you for your instructions. You're happy to sell at 460? Well done. Thank you for your instructions. 460. It goes. I'm going to sell it at $460,000. Hold tight because I give 3 opportunities. First, second, third final call at 460, and it's only 10% required today. But delighted to announce lot 17, 366 Hallswell Junction Road in Hallswell. It goes. It is gone and sold. Well fought, well bought.
Hey folks, we're going back in our program to number 26, Erin Crescent in Woolston. We had some bidding earlier on in the program at $480,000, where we paused the auction. We've had some discussions out in the back room. Now, I understand our bidder has very graciously, you've increased your bid, is that correct?
Yes, 550.
550, beautifully done. I now turn to our lovely owner at the front of the room at 550, confirming that we're on the market and selling. Thank you for that acknowledgement and those instructions. So at 550,000, I'm going to sell you the property unless I see further bidding. Cash and unconditional is king. Take that priority boarding in the auction rooms here at 550. Deal on that certainty at 550. I sell. First chance. I check two more times. Second, third final call. 26 Erin Crescents. Congratulations, you've bought a home at 550. It's going, and it is sold here. Well done. Fantastic effort, well done, and thank you to our owner for your instructions. We'll just reset the room and move forward very shortly.
Welcome back. I do apologise for the delay in proceedings. Big decisions, as we've said this morning, being made both inside and outside of the room. By way of introduction, my name is Chris Kennedy. Quite simply, my role to complete the wonderful work of your lead marketing consultants, Mr. Cameron Bailey and Mr. Brendan Hart. They've taken you down that driveway of due diligence over the past 2 to 3 weeks, and as I say, I merely complete their work. I do remind you that we work under COVID-19 Alert Level 2 protocols. We ask that you have scanned on the way in. We ask that you sanitise on the way in, sanitise on the way out. And we do ask that you remain in the bubbles that you are in now and you remain masked throughout proceedings this morning. Should you become unwell in the next 10 to 14 days, please seek some medical advice. And do let us know, as we'll have some work to do around that as well. Now, I know that the wonderful team here at Harcourts Gold, they will have made all the relevant documentation available, the LIM, the title and the contract in which we work from. It's to that contract I now take you. Now, in all cases, leading forward buyers, our sellers, they've set a confidential reserve price that shall not be disclosed to the bidders, but subject to that reserve price being reached or breached, the highest bidder whose bid I accept shall be the purchaser. As your auctioneer, I'll nominate the sum by which bidding can be raised. I can refuse a bid should I deem it not to be in the best interests of our owners. I, a real estate agent acting on behalf of the seller, may submit a bid on behalf of any other person. As your auctioneer, I'll endeavour to identify such parties during the course of proceedings and identify them. Now, I do note that we've got a number of our colleagues and our own team and our colleagues from around the town that are here working with buyers. All the paperwork is signed and truly bona fide. Now, our sellers have given myself alone the exclusive rights to bid on their behalf. Should I place a bid on behalf of our sellers, be assured it will not be at or above the reserve price. In fact, it'll be well below that reserve price. I'll clearly identify it with terminology such as vendor bid or bidding on behalf of the owner. I'll make it abundantly clear. 2.6, our sellers reserve the right to withdraw their property from sale before it has been sold without declaring the reserve price, if any. Now, what that means, if we don't reach our reserve, we're simply going to pause. We're going to have a conversation with the highest bidder. From those conversations, we'll come back into the room and announce one of several things. Buyers and sellers may or may not have altered their instructions. Sellers may or may not be on the market, or in fact, our sellers have exercised their right, I should say, under 2.6 of the contract. They've withdrawn the property from sale and they've sold it outside the room. Doesn't happen a lot, but it does happen from time to time. If you wish to be spoken to, you need to hold that highest bid, as we will talk to you first. Now, if a dispute arises concerning any bid, we'll simply determine that dispute or re-offer the property at the last undisputed bid. Should the hammer fall in your favour, you'll be required to sign the memorandum recording the sale. In other words, the contract, pay a deposit equal to 10% of the purchase price, and complete the GST information in Schedule 1. The property itself, though, more formally described as number 23 Stoke Street, Sumner in Christchurch City. It is a freehold parcel of land, some 766 square metres, more or less. It is on Lot 3, Deposit Plan 9338. That is contained, it is described in Certificate of Title, Volume 418, Folio 288. The Canterbury Land Registry. We offer you tenancies in place, and there are several tenancies. They are noted at the rear of the contract under Schedule 3, and they are a range of fixed-term tenancies with varying dates, and of course a periodic for the carport as well at some $95 per week. We take that you've read, you've understood that. There's no change to the chattels, but I do remind you there's 4 stoves and 4 range hoods. They come with the 4 individual flats. Possession settlement date, one of the same, set down for 10 working days from the date of this agreement. And of course, you're bidding today, GST inclusive. So what you bid is what you pay. This has to be a real estate rarity. 4 units producing income on one site. And of course, it gives you that immediate return the minute you take on the possession of some $1,475 per week. Now, maths has never been my strong point, but I calculate that while I'm talking to you, it's somewhere around about $76,700, give or take, is what I would suggest that the return on that, if you annualise it out, would be. Very, very good return. Of course, if you're here to land bank, you're here to develop, if you're here to pull it down and rebuild it, this is just one of those beautiful, beautiful opportunities. In fact, it's what I call a proportunity. It's a proportunity buyers with proximity to the beach, shops in Sumner. It's some 10 buildings away from the beach. You put the surfboard under the arm and there you go. You head down there, you've got a beautiful lifestyle. 4 flats, 3 are 1 bedroom, 1 is a 2 bedroom. Gee, it doesn't get much better than this. I'm stoked to be able to call this, buyers. Carpe diem, I'd say seize the day. Let's go. What do you say? My instructions, in fact, are to open the bidding at 900. The bid now at 900,000. On a vendor bid at 900,000. Is there 50 on from here at 900,000? Who bids me 50? 950. Sir, welcome to you at 950 with your buyer Cameron at 950 is the call. $950,000 fairly bid and offered now. Is there $1 million in the room? At 950. With you, sir, at 950. I look for $1 million on the rise at $950,000. Beautiful opportunity, 76 odd thousand in return. 950. First, second, Pardon?
Can't hear me.
Oh, am I talking too loud? Third final call at 950. You bidding, Brendan?
Why with it? Can you hear me? What?
You bidding, Brendan? Bids at 950 over here.
Can't hear me. Why? There. Yeah, can you turn that down?
950. Oh, is he watching on the screen? There's a 12 second delay and it'll confuse him. At 950. With you, sir, at 950 is the call now. $950,000 at a bid now. Need an increase from here, buyers, at 950. 950. First, second, third, at 950. At 950. Well, 1 million with me, sir. $1 million fairly bid and offered. I look for $1,050,000, if you will. At 1 million now with me on a vendor bid at $1 million bid. At $1 million, it is against Stuart's on a vendor bid. Can't sell it to these levels at $1 million bid here. Look for $1,050,000. At $1 million bid now. $1 million the bid. First, at $1 million. Second, at $1 million. Third call at $1 million. So bid me $1,050,000. I won't place another bid. If there's no further bidding, I'll pause and we'll have a conversation. At $1 million on a vendor bid. Call for a bid, sir. We'll pause and have a conversation if there's no further bidding in the room. At $1 million now. Sir, can I call for your participation? Bids with me on a vendor bid. But if you bid me $1,050,000, we'll stop and have a conversation. At $1 million now, Brendan, at $1 million on a vendor bid. I look for a bid from here at $1 million. Once, at $1 million. Twice. Third final call at $1 million. Done, silent, on a vendor bid. Sir? Well, look, I'm going to advance the bidding one last time to $1.1 million. If there's no further bidding, we'll pass in at 1-1. $1,100,000 on a vendor bid, no further bidding. I'll give you 3 chances to place a bid to have a conversation, but at 1.1 we pass. We're not selling at $1,100,000. 1-1's the bid now, folks, on a vendor bid at $1,100,000. Once, twice, third call. Sir, need to know you're out or I pass at 1.1 on a vendor bid. You're out? Brendan, you're out at $1,100,000. Brendan, Cam, I'm going to pass the property back in at $1,100,000 on a vendor bid. We'll deal with all interest outside the room post-auction, passing in at $1,100,000. If you do have any interest, please avail yourself upon Cameron Bailey, Brendan Hart. They will take you through that next stage, in fact, stage 3 of the auction. $1,100,000 passed.
Let's move forward in our program. Number 13 in our catalogue, 5 Dingle Bay Place in Casebrook. Our lead agents have been and are Mr. Mark O'Loughlin. Alongside Mark is Pedro Park. These two fine gentlemen have been representing our lovely owners and helping you, the interested parties out there in the marketplace, complete your due diligence here at number 5 Dingle Bay Place. This is an estate and freehold. It is 420 square metres of that freehold land. Lot 1, depositor plan 306331. It's all outlined and detailed in that certificate of title that Mark, Pedro and the team have been circulating to the interested parties in recent weeks. Settlement date set down in front of me for Friday the 19th of November 2021 or any other such date that may have been mutually agreed upon in writing. Vacant possession, of course, guaranteed on that date. Schedule 2 outlines the list of chattels and those further terms of sale. They are clauses 22 through to 24. You bid and you buy on that basis. I remind you, cash and unconditional is certainly your friend. That is how you bid today. And a mere 1/10 of the purchase price is all that we require from you at the fall of the hammer, should it fall in your favour. Well, geez, in 2021, everyone is just so busy with work and life commitments. When it is time to come home at the end of the day, you want a home that's large enough and sizable enough, spacious enough to be able to look after you and the whānau, to make that easy living, or to make that living really easy, I should say. But at the same time, we don't want and we don't need too much space in terms of that outside living. You just want something that's low maintenance in terms of the garden and outdoor spaces. Gee, I think that's what number 5 Dingle Bay Place is. You get the perfect balance there in terms of size and space, but convenience. Now, recently updated, refreshed with the carpet, fresh paint throughout. I love that gas fire and the heat pump. You're going to be beautifully comfortable and warm year round. 5 bedrooms. Not often that we bring 5-bedroom properties to the market. There are 5 bedrooms here, so plenty of space for anyone that's growing their family or have already got a large family. Love the fact that you've got options for a master upstairs or downstairs. All that does is just it gives you the opportunity to lengthen your tenure here. You can just live here for longer, live on that one level if that's what you prefer as you age gracefully in this home. Love the location. You've got cul-de-sac living, which is always an added bonus. Stone's throw across to the Tullet Park. And geez, you've got an easy stumble home from the Papanui Tavern, Papanui Club, if that's your thing as well. Folks, Dingle Bay Place, this is a cracking good home. Just need to work out where we see it in the marketplace. Who's got an opinion on value? Who's got an opening bid for me? Opening offer. As the great Andrew North says, the irony of this moment is never lost on him, because the first bid is probably never going to buy it. Who's got 680 for me? Phil, working with a buyer at 680, welcome into you. And why wouldn't you have a go at $680,000? Nice, comfortable place to start. Let's move forward, and 20s on the rise from here. Who's got a cool 700 for me? 680. Down the front, 700, nicely done. Welcome in at 700. Hope to see you in. And Phil, what's the rebuttal with your buys? It'll be 720. Looking for 720. Bid at 720. Welcome back at 720. Mark, back with your buys. Your chance, your turn now. 740 and 60, Phil. 760 on the nod and 780, Mark, with your lovely folk. Can't miss you at the high bids.
780.
780, nicely done. That leaves 800 wide open. There we go. Thank you, Phil, at 800,000. All the action across this side of the room. Doesn't need to be welcome in any other further bidding, but at 800,000 with our starter. 820, would you say, Mark?
810.
Well, knocking me back. Okay, wasn't asking for it, but I'll accept it at 810. Stay strong in the 20s, Phil. Come back with 30. 830 it is. Once cool. At 810 down the front. Oh, you're knocking me back as well. Cutting me in half and in half again. Lucky I started out 6.6. At 815.
840,000.
840. Strategically done. Nice play at $840,000. Phil, I will take 5 from your buyers though, if that's comfortable for you. At 840, just down in front of you. And they are in front of you in this race for ownership. First call. At 840. 5 bed. 45, I take it at 845. Come back again, Mark. Is it 850? Should be. Don't stay in second place in this auction. Not much fun. First call at 845 with Mr. Phil Rotherham's buyers. Twice called. Third final at 845. Mark looking for 850.
850.
Nicely done. Welcome back at 850,000. Phil, what's the increase? What's the retort? Another 5 perhaps. 855, he says yes at 855. Mark, it's your turn. Look at me, I know it's not a pretty picture up the front, but at 855. Once called at 855, twice now. Do you go 60? Or perhaps 865. Mix the strategy up at 855. Third final. Might need some instructions then at this point in time at 855, Phil.
Mark, we have instruction, we're on the market.
We're on the market and selling. Thank you for your very clear instructions. At 855, Phil, I sell your buyers this home. At 855, Mark, keep working with your buyers. Welcome them back in at any stage. Selling away at 855. 5 bedrooms. Oodles of space, easy living. Papanui Club just down the road.
857.
857. Get me to 860. 860. Geez, we've got a good connection here, Phil. At 860,000, nicely done at 860. Once called at 860. Happy to take another 2 from your buyers, Mark.
865.
865. Strengthening the bid. Good move at 865. Phil, you go 870. Or do you double me up? You were cutting me down before. Double me up now and get me to 875. 870. Market leaves at 875. Wide open for your lovely buyers. At 870, the bid's selling away. First call, you fight for these good homes. Twice now. At 870 on the market, selling. Third call. Do you go 875? Or do you just knock me back and put another 2 on the side? But at 870, I'm going to sell it. Hammers up. So it's really hard to read expressions with the mask on, but at 870, Phil, I'm going to sell your buyers the home at 870. It's going, Mark. It's going. All done. Appreciate the bidding, and it's sold down the back. Well done. Congratulations. Thanks, Phil. Thanks for working with your buyers as well. It's sold very well at 870,000. Thank you to our owners for your instructions.
Buyers, welcome back to the room. I take you back to an offering at number 8 Ebony Place in Rolleston that we called some time ago. Now we took a pause, we left the room with the bid at $2,425,000. I understand there's been no change of instruction, that the bid stands at $2,425,000. But at $2,425,000 I can't sell, I don't have those instructions at 2,425. I call for a bid. $2,425,000. 2,500,000 at 2.5's the bid now at 2,500,000. Fairly bid and offered now at 2.5. $2,500,000. I look down here to sir. Are you bidding at 2.5 the bid? 2,500,000 at 2,500,000. Is there an increase in bid? But the bid sits here on the phone at 2,500,000. Once, twice.
Chris, at 2.5, I have instructions, we're on the market and selling.
Selling, happy to sell at 2,500,000. 2,500,000. There's the bid at 2,500,000. Margaret, confirm your bid at 2.5. $2,500,000, and I'm going to sell it, buyers, at 2,500,000. We're on the market, we sell at 2,500,000. I'll give you 3 opportunities to place a bid, but we are playing for keeps at this point at $2,500,000. Sir, I look to you, you've been with me all the way, but at 2.5 I sell to the buyer on the phone. First, at 2,500,000. Second, at 2,500,000. Third final call, sir, need to know you're out, but at 2.5, happy Benny, sell it at 2,500,000. Delighted to announce, buyers, that 8 Ebony Place in Rolleston, it goes, it is gone and sold to your buyer, Margaret. Commiserations to our bidders, to our owners. Thank you for your instructions, all the best to you. And of course, I now hand back to Mr. Mark Morrison to complete our program for the day.
Thank you very much for your patience. We now move to our anchor property of the day. 14th property of 14 in what has been an outstanding catalogue of homes. We've seen wonderful bidding and results right across our program thus far. So we now move forward to number 4, the Belfry in Waimari Beach. Mr. Mike Franklin, our lead agent. He puts up bubble-free sold stickers, does Mike, such as the regularity in which he does so. He's been proudly representing this property and showing you, the interested parties, through this stunning home here at number 4, the Belfry. This is an estate and freehold. It is 600 very precise square metres of that freehold parcel of land. That's lot 28, deposited plan 408321, all outlined and detailed in that certificate of title that Mike and the team have been filing through to you in recent weeks. Friday, the 26th of November 2021 is the day your world gets a whole lot better than it already is, because that's the day you move in. I know some of you are working to an alternative date. That would have been signed off by our owners, so you'll know which terms and which dates you were bidding on today. Schedule 2 outlines the list of chattels. They are beyond repute. They are impressive in their detail. I will not go through those one by one. Those further terms of sale, clauses 22 through to 25.2. I remind you, you're bidding on that basis, those conditions, those further terms. Cash and unconditional is certainly key today. Well, they say the best way to improve your memory is to buy an unforgettable house. Now, I think number 4, the Belfry, could very well be that unforgettable house. The street in which it sits, well, as a number of you will probably be aware, it's named after the same golf course up in the UK, the Championship Golf Course. I've actually had the privilege of playing there. I might add it was terribly played by myself. I won't bore you with the scorecard, but if golf's your thing, well, geez, you've got the golf course there to overlook. You can check out your local competition there as they wander on by, playing the beautiful holes there. The lifestyle just continues in this location because you've got the forest. Perhaps you're a walker, runner or mountain biker. You can head round the forest, you can head to the beach, and when it's time to come home, well, you come home to a magnificent residence. You can cool off in the pool after that run around the forest, and then you can just soothe and ease those aching muscles in the spa pool. Don't be surprised if friends are inviting themselves around over and over again because they want to make use of the stunning residence that you call home here at number 4. They'll stay well into the night because you've got that beautiful outdoor entertaining area, the gas fire and that louvered system above. That just works, doesn't it? It just extends your living in that outdoor space into the evenings. Now, with 4 bedrooms, plenty of space, plenty of bathrooms, stragglers who want to stay at the party just a little bit longer, well, they can do that, can't they? They can stay over, and in the morning you're going to cook them a beautiful breakfast, a beautiful brunch in that kitchen with the breakfast bar. That's going to be the place where you reconvene in the morning and talk about all the fun and the good stories that you shared the night before. You got the double oven there, nice social kitchen. Special houses, folks, like this, they don't come along too often. So you've got to grab them with both hands when they do. You need to swing really, really hard at this one in terms of your bidding strategy. My instructions, however, are to tee off first, placing a bid at $900,000. Who's got 950? 900 on a vendor bid, looking for 950. Should be an absolute Mexican wave of hands. Very good. Everyone just playing it cool, calm and collected at this stage. Statistically speaking, those that bid first win. Why not test that theory out? First call at $900,000 on a vendor bid, looking for a mere 50, should be absolutely no hesitation. Twice in third call. $1 million. At $1 million, thank you. Even better, doubles me up, gets me through to $1 million. At $1 million, thank you, Joanne. Do we move in the hundreds? You tell me.
1.1.
1.1, looks like we are. Emma, at 1.1, you'd say 1.2 on the rebuttal.
1,150.
1,150 jumping the bidding at 1,250 it is. Puts the 100 on the 1,150 at 1,250. 1,3 it is. 1,4. Can't pick the pad and won't try to. Call the numbers and I'll count them at 1.14, 1,430 and 60 here. 470. 490, 1.5, Emma. Well, 1,510. You tell me 1,490 the first bid.
1,510.
1,510 fresh face into the race at 1,510. Welcome insert 3 in it. Who gets me to 1,530? First call for a beautiful lifestyle.
1,520.
1,520 puts 10 on his own. Nicely done jumping the bidding. Mark and Jenny have got you prepped at 1,520,000 the bid. First, second for the Belfry. Wonderful address, even better home. Bid call at 1,520,000. Is it here or here, Emma? I don't mind. But at 10 here. Thank you, Jane. Working with a buyer. It's at 1,530,000 here, so I'll take 540 from you. Can't have you both living in the house at the same price at 1,540,000. Makes for an awkward housewarming. At 1,540,000. 50 now at 550. 556 puts up the CRC bid at 1,556,000.
156.
Oh, I heard 556. At 1,560, that's even better. I just did you out of $4,000. I retract my bid. I retract my joke about the CRC at 1,560,000. In the lead though. Jane, keep working with your buyers. Same here, Joanna and Emma. Gone awfully quick. 5. It's really hard to hear with the mask, sorry.
157.
157. There we go, at 1,570,000. I look young, but I'm hard of hearing. 75? At 1,575,000. For the Belfry,
1,600,000.
1.6. Good strong bid, I salute it. At 1,600,000. Good bid, but Jane, your buyers aren't put off by that. In fact, you take confidence that others see the value at that level. At Anna?
We've got instructions, we're on the market and selling.
We're on the market and selling. Very clear at 1,600,000. I sell here at 605, Mark. It was a good bid, but it hasn't quite worked yet. Come back at 620. Once cool at 605. Well, you can have 2 more calls, 2 more chances, but at 1,605,000, I sell. That was all just the warm-up, the curtain raiser. This is the main event now. We're on the market and selling. At 1,605,000. Twice now. 1,610 and 1. You want to put one on? It's at 1,610 here. 620. Welcome in. At 1,620,000. Late interest. Late play for the at 625. At $1 5/8 million. At 630. 635. 635. Anyone's guess as to who gets it? You fight for these special homes. Summer's just around the corner, they tell me. At 1,635,000. First call. Second now. Selling away, Mark. Here at 1,635,000.
165.
Good bid. Salute that at 1,650,000. Puts 15 on. Happy for you to stick in the 5s though, Jane. At 1,650,000. Or is it back here with my late runner?
5.
It is here at 165 and 5. At 1,655,000 the bid. Selling and on the market. Stunning home. Be the envy of all your friends. Great way to buy friendships, I find, is owning a cracking good home like this. At 1,655,000. You'll find friends you never know you had. Once cool. At 1,655,000. Here with Jane Myers people. Helping them, encouraging them at 165 into ownership. Your name goes on the title. Whose is it? Twice now. It's at 6. Another 5, absolutely, at 660. And the million in front of it at 665. At 1,665,000. Hammers up, selling away.
75.
75 jumps the bidding, puts 10 on. I like it at 1,675,000. At 1.6 3/4.
5.
At 680. Sir, just bid 1.7. Come back strong, but at 1,680,000. I have. And I sell. Happy for you to bid 10 if you like. Keep working on the phone across that far side as well, Mark. And Jenny at 1,680,000. First call. Selling. Twice. At 1,680,000. Bedrooms up and down. Makes living really easy. Third call. At 1,680,000 here. Out. Oh, surprising. Okay, I thought you were going to come and tell me you had a little bit more. How about here on the phone? Done? Permission to sell here just next to you? At 1,600,000. I'm selling you the home. Well done. Fantastic fight. Congratulations to our underbidders. Commiserations for the Belfry. It goes, and it is sold here. Well done. Well bought. You have brought a special property into our owners. Thank you for your clear instructions today. All the very best to both of you. Folks, that wraps up proceedings here in the Harcourts Gold auction rooms. Thank you so much for your interest, your spirited bidding throughout this afternoon and the early morning. We will see you next week.